Well, the day's over with and I'm still trying to catch up. Just now getting to this video. And I don't like making videos in the morning because I have to wait for the post office driver, the mailman. So if I'm making a video and he pulls up, I gotta rush up there and grab the mail from him, because he doesn't like it if he's got to get out of the car. So if it's a big day, I'll leave the little wagon that I got, the little hand wagon, and that way we can just throw the stuff into the cart and I can wheel it down. But on smaller days, I just go up there and grab it. And I don't think I've missed very many days where I just didn't see him. I usually see him and I run right up there. Now in the wintertime, the windows are closed. I've missed him a few times in the wintertime. But when the windows open up, I don't miss him. And he's gotten where if I'm not here, you know, I had to go do a delivery, he just leaves it on the back of the truck. He doesn't bring it to the porch anymore. So, yeah, I've talked a lot about how I've gotten kind of frustrated with the delivery system, the mail, well, pretty much just the post office. I know a lot of people have problems with UPS and Amazon makes mistakes occasionally. Of course, I order a lot from Amazon, a lot. And I say, you know, 90% of the time, they've got it down pat. You know, they sent me I ordered a pulley Friday. Maybe, no, it was Wednesday, excuse me, Wednesday. They said it would be here Friday. Well, apparently Amazon didn't realize whoever was shipping this thing must have been off for the holiday. So they scheduled it for Sunday, even though I got the email saying it was going to be here Friday. Well, I knew it wasn't going to show up Sunday. That didn't make any sense. Sunday comes and goes, and of course they schedule it for Monday, and it got here Monday. And you know, that's a reasonable amount of time. I didn't put a lot of stock that was actually going to be there Friday. And that's the thing. If you tell a customer, well, it says it's going to be here Friday, and you just picked it up Thursday or Wednesday, and then you reschedule and say, look, it looks like it's going to be here Monday, they usually don't get upset about that. It's when it drags on for a week is when they get upset about it. But the same thing, I ordered a HIPAA carburetor Friday, and it got here today. So, I mean, it was here in a hurry. So, it's just hard to say how this all works. I don't understand how it works. But, man, you order from something from Parts Tree, and I guarantee you, it's going to take forever to get here. There's only one good experience I've had with it. It was on a belt that I ordered just recently. Ordered a belt, got here within, I don't know, 2 or 4 days. The very next day, I ordered a belt and an plastic air housing cover. Very next day, same belt. Identical belt as the one I just ordered the previous day. Took that belt 12 days to get here. 12 days. I don't even understand how that's possible. It just got hung up in Kansas. I asked this AI, how did it get hung up in Kansas? And what happens is it shows up on the weekend, say Saturday, and they got a skeleton crew. So that truck was way down there on the end. Well, by Monday, 4 more trucks have arrived. Instead of starting with the truck that arrived first, called FIFO, first in, first out, nope, they just start unloading the one that was closest. So it can take 5 days to unload all those trucks once the full crew gets there. I just don't even understand how this can possibly be legal. You know, there's all kinds of laws governing how the post office works. People say, oh, it's not a government institution. Well, then why is there laws on how it runs? I mean, for example, the postman, the guy who delivers your mail, isn't even allowed to touch it. You know, the Amazon packages, until the postmaster of the post office looks at it. He's got to take it off the pallet, scan it, put it on another pallet, so the post driver can put it in the truck. That's a law. The driver can't even show up early to like get started early because there's a law that says he can't. He can stay after, but he can't come in early. I mean, I know that it gets violated, this law, because I've seen drivers do it. But I don't know. It's just aggravating. But packages just go through the system, go to Columbia and Sedalia and Kansas and back and forth, and then finally come down. I've said that many times. But I try not to say anything to the post office driver. I mean, you know, I don't want him mad at me, because if he's mad at me, then I know I'm not going to get my mail. They'll just leave it up there, and I'll have to go up there and get it. And that's the thing, is I would rather just go up there and get it. But they won't give it to you. How did that work? The Amazon delivered the pallet after the post driver left. Usually he gets there a couple hours before the post driver leaves the post office. But he got there, instead of 7 o'clock, he got there at 11 o'clock. I don't know, maybe the truck broke down. So by, let's say it was 1 o'clock, I went up to the post office and said, hey, my package just got here from Amazon. He says, yeah, they were running late today. He says, yeah, I got here at 11 o'clock. I said, yeah, can I get that package? No, we'll sort it tomorrow. I don't know. And why even put out a number, a date that you're going to deliver when you know you're not going to deliver at that date? I don't understand that at all. There is just dates that I know the post office isn't going to hit, and they put the date on it. You know, send out emails. You go over to the website. You look for the tracking. And why even have a tracking number? What's the purpose of that? Okay, so it's been sitting in Kansas for 5 days. It was supposed to be here a week ago. So? And that's really the way they think of it. You know, I've told you that I used to be a consultant. I did ISO 9000 consulting, which is a quality management system. So your job is to continuously improve customer satisfaction. And I would say that Amazon probably tries to achieve some sort of customer satisfaction. They want customers to come back. So, you know, the customer satisfaction for Amazon and Walmart is usually convenience. And so that's how they measure it. I think they could do better, because I was a consultant. I always think that people can do better. It's called continuous improvement, not improve and stop. So I think they could do better, but their big deal is convenience. So if Amazon can ship me a package within a reasonable amount of time, you know, I'm generally 90% happy, and that's good enough. I don't think it's perfect. I don't think it's continuously improving, but I will come back. And I think that's what their measure is. Will the customer come back? And the answer generally is yes, the customer will come back. I know people will say, oh no, I don't go to Walmart. Yeah, okay. Maybe that's true, but there sure is a lot of people in Walmart. So, but when you look at the post office, they don't care about the customer at all. At all. For example, that FIFO I was telling you about, that is a quality management system process. First in, first out. And you're supposed to do that with all your materials. You know, you get a part in, it's got a date code on it. That date code goes onto a car. They want the earliest date code on that car. They don't want it sitting around for 6 months. Let's say you get it in January, and you put this January part on a December car. No, they want it first in, first out. They want the car to match the date codes of the parts. Same with food. You'll see this in the milk a lot. The milk, they always got the oldest milk in the front because that's the first thing that came in. If you look in the back, there's newer milk, but they want to sell that old milk first. That's FIFO, first in, first out. The post office didn't do that. They don't care about how long it takes. They have no care in the world. They come in, they clock in, they're mad because they had to go to work, and then they start with the truck that came in the last. We'll get to that package down there. Now, what if they hadn't made it to that package down there? Made it all the way back around to the weekend where the skeleton crew comes back in. More trucks pile in. So now my package sits there for 2 weeks. How long is it going to take? So the mailman came today, and, you know, did he chew me out? I feel like he did. I feel like he chewed me out, and I don't know why. I had 2 small packages. There were paper envelopes. This one, which he folded in half. He was going to put them in the mailbox, and I don't know why he does that, because he knows I'm going to run up there every day. But he had the mailbox open, and I'm running up there, scooting up there, and it's 11:30. Now, usually they can get here at 9:30. I've seen him do it. The young guy that does this gets here right at 9:30. So they can do it, but it's Monday, so he's running late. Okay, got it. And he pulls up from the mailbox to the drive, and he says, "Hey, buddy." I thought, uh-oh, what did I do? There are 2 pallets up there. I've got to come back 3 times. This is the first load. I'm going to go down the hill. I'm going to turn around, go back to the post office, pick up another load, get out of town a little bit, turn around, come back, pick up another load. Okay? Okay. I didn't say a word, because I really felt like if I said anything, I was going to get my throat jumped out. It was, you know, I just was really uncomfortable. I said, thank you, I grabbed my package, and I walked away. I have never said anything to him about how late it is. I might have asked, oh, got a big load today, you know, just casual conversation. But I've never yelled at him. So, that's all fine and good. Like I said, I've went up there in the past to get packages. Oh, no, we're not going to sort that until the morning. So, you know, they're not even trying. Well, I delivered 2 lawnmowers this afternoon. Left here at 1 o'clock, got back just at 3 o'clock. And the postmaster sitting outside in a chair smoking a cigarette. And I think, you guys are so busy, or I don't know, in the morning, that you got all this upset. They're all upset. But you got plenty of time to sit around. I want to know how much talking goes on in the morning when they're sorting these packages. My ex-wife used to work Saturdays at the post office. She was the postmaster assistant or whatever it was. So the mail delivery guy would show up, and he was running his mouth the whole time. Now, he was working. I saw him. He was working while he was running his mouth. But the whole time he's running his mouth. And I always wondered, I wonder if he could get any faster if he stopped talking so much. So I really do wonder how much the inefficiency is just from hobnobbing, talking. So, I don't know. I don't feel like I should be getting yelled at. I have to order parts. It's just my job. If he doesn't like delivering them, maybe he should get another job. That's all I can say. I just don't know. Oh, well. So, if you'll click this up next box to take the video over to my other channel, I really appreciate it. Go check it out. So, if I can inspire you, I don't know. Be patient with the postman, I guess. Doesn't matter. You're going to get chewed out either way. So, you can live your dreams. Thanks for watching.